Welcome to Insight with Bel. I am your host, Bel Hernandez Castillo, and we're back, continuing our mission to bring you powerful conversations with talent, trendsetters, and changemakers who are shaping culture and telling their stories their way. We're coming to you from Los Angeles, a city like no other, home to people who collectively speak 224 languages. LA is a global crossroads where dreams and diversity meet. Every year, people from around the world arrive here to study, to chase opportunity, or to take that leap of faith in pursuit of their Hollywood dreams. Since Hollywood's founding in 1887, tens of thousands have flocked to the city hoping to be discovered. Some make it, some struggle, many struggle. Even among those who earn their place in SAG-AFTRA, the Actors Union that opens doors to major film and television work. A study by Bernard Hiller revealed that out of more than the 160,000 union members, nearly 90% are unemployed at any given time. It's a tough business, but still there are those who persevere. The ones who train, have passion, persistence, and believe in their dreams, and they push past rejection into the spotlight. Because behind every so-called overnight success, from Marilyn Monroe to Brad Pitt, to Pedro Pascal, Salma Hayek, and Eva Longoria, lies a story of grit, determination, and countless closed doors before that one yes. According to some studies, only about 2% of people are able to live off acting. There are 18,000 employed actors just in the LA area, with a total of 62,000 actors in the entire United States. However, no actor becomes an overnight success. It takes talent, determination, persistence, and yes, oftentimes a side gig while you chase the dream. But despite the odds, the dreamers keep coming. If you love the craft, embrace the hard work, and are passionate, success is possible. You start small, pay your dues, work your way up, maybe become a working actor, and if you're lucky, you break through. Our next guest is a perfect example. Kikey Castillo moved to Hollywood from Arizona. She started off with small roles and worked her way up to guest and recurring roles on some of your favorite shows. If you watch Never Have I Ever, Stargirl, or Mayans M.C., you know her talent. A powerhouse Latina actress, Kikey shines in both drama and comedy, and she's making her mark in television. Stay tuned for my interview with Kikey Castillo coming up next. Welcome back. My guest today is the multi-talented Kikey Castillo, an Imagen Award-winning actress who has graced some of TV's most popular shows.
Mrs. Fuentes, thank you for coming down here. I hope your daughter's doing well. She's got to be what, 4 years old now?
My daughter's fine, but this obviously isn't about her. It's about Miguel. So.
Look, we need your help to find him before he gets into any more trouble.
After what you did 3 years ago, now you expect my cooperation? Have you ever thought about how that day destroyed our lives?
Yes.
I lost everything. I was a happy wife and mother, surrounded by family in the home I loved. Now, I'm a widow, raising my daughter alone in a one-bedroom apartment that I can barely afford. All our money is spent on funerals and lawyers. How is that fair?
That's not.
Mrs. Fuentes, we really need to find Miguel.
So, you're actually there this time.
What do you mean? Of course I am.
I called to tell Maria not to schedule you for so many late shifts. And do you know what she said? This is the first late shift you've done all month. What have you been doing at night, Yolanda? Who have you been with? Oh, Melinda Moore. She's the best.
Oh, yeah?
She's a cat burglar who jets around the world stealing priceless jewels. Yeah, she once stole a Tiffany's diamond with the water chewing gum. Her cover is she's a fashion designer, cat burglar on the catwalk.
So you see, Judy, I thought it would really be fun to get the guys together for a little,
Fishing trip?
fishing trip. That's right.
Okay, I'll be back soon, darling. Hunting trip.
Will only be a few days.
Hunting. I thought it was fishing.
It's both. It's one of those package vacation deals.
You may recognize her as Maria Montes, the fiercely protective and fan-hated mom on the CW Stargirl, or the unforgettable, flirtatious mom who stole scenes in Netflix's Never Have I Ever, and so many other roles that we want to talk to her about. Please join me in welcoming the fabulous Kikey Castillo to Insight with Bel.
Hello, Belle.
It is so great to see you, Kikey. I can't wait to catch up with your career and your life. And let's start at the beginning. Because you were attending Arizona State University, and then you decided to move to LA to pursue an acting career. Where did that dream come from?
That's correct. I went to the University of Arizona. I was destined to go into being a corporate lady. I wanted to work in a skyscraper. I wanted to wear heels. But when I was in college, I took an acting class, and that acting class got me into a play. And the play was a hit in Tucson, Arizona. We were the talk of the community, rave reviews. We got extended, we got laughs, we got bows. It was the most exhilarating feeling. And that is literally where I got bit by the acting bug. I was like, that's it. That's what I want to do. But it wasn't even a thought before this time to be an actor at all, even though I love movies and TV and I grew up watching it, and I love it so much. Just didn't think it would be a career option. So then I moved to LA to pursue it, and my mom was disappointed because I was the first person in my family to go to college. So now here I was, leaving that all behind to go pursue the dream of acting. So it was a wild way to get to LA, but I did get to LA after all.
And you made it. You made it to LA, and you're pursuing your dream, and you're doing it very well. Not a lot of people are able to do that. So I believe that you and I met early on in your career when we were casting for a talk show, and we did a talk show together, Let's Talk, which was a wonderful way to meet with you. And then after that, we went on to do our show Hola LA on KCAL9 and CBS2. But at that time, I remember you were already talking about your dream role, which was a superhero. Kike,
Yes.
you've been working out. Why have you been working out?
I'm working out because I'm working on a film right now called Ascended Masters, and it's an action movie. I'm going to play a superhero with special
The first
powers.
Latina superhero.
Yeah,
That's
and I've been
fabulous.
training in wushu martial arts.
So where did that dream come from to be in a superhero movie?
I think it was just the product of watching so many movies, because when I was growing up, it was movies were king. And I just really resonated with characters that had such conflict, and they go through an evolution like a phoenix, and they rise from the fire, and they're better for it. They're, good people. They're there to save the world and do wonderful things. And it just was so like, who are these characters? That's what I want to be. I want to be transformed into like the better version of myself, and be strong and resilient. So I just think that like I gravitated towards this like fantasy life of being a superhero. And so I was at the beginning of my career, and I wasn't getting a lot of opportunities at that time, and I knew no one was going to cast me as a hero. They weren't as popular either as they completely are now. And so the cheapest, fastest, easiest way was, even before like a short film, is why don't I do a photo shoot? So I knew the photographer. I hit up a random designer.
Let me interrupt you. You were creating your own opportunities because no one
Yes.
was hiring you as a superhero. So you put all that together. You did a script and
Yes.
the costumes. So keep going on that. That was so interesting.
Oh, thank you. I saw this designer on the side of the street where I lived, and I hit him up, and he did this little bodice thing for me. He designed it, and he gave it for a really good rate. Anyhow, so then, designed the gal, and I created the superhero, which is Blue Lynx. It just kind of came to me, and Lynx is a cat. And we shot it. It was just, it came out so good too. It came out really good. Oh, I think I had a sword. like one of those
Yes,
katana.
you did. I remember you showed us pictures and you had a
Yeah.
sword. That's all still there on the table. I could come back and get that script and write it and flesh it out. But you did get to play the mom of a superhero in Stargirl. Tell us about that. And as a matter of fact, you were not, like we said, you were not very well liked in that because why were you not liked in that?
Well, I wasn't liked on Stargirl because I was a very strict mother with the character Wildcat, which, by the way, was an interesting callback to my designed superhero character of Blue Lynx, which is a cat. And now I was the mom of the character Wildcat. So that was kind of mind blowing to me.
So, sneaking in like you've been sneaking out. Si tu papá se da cuenta.
No fui a ningún lado, Ma.
¿Qué es? Muchachos, narcóticos? O peor? I want to see your phone.
No,
Give it to me, Yolanda.
I have done nothing wrong. And if you love me, you'll trust me.
Trust you. After everything you've done. Give me your phone right this minute. Or get out of this house.
But I was hated by the viewers for being strict with Yolanda, my daughter. I was a very God-fearing lady, mother, conservative. And I guess when I play just straight and conservative and loving, it turned out to be very mean. So
So that's a generational thing, I think, you know. It's like here where mothers are trying to do the right thing by being
yeah,
strict and having their child, you know, toe the line. But to them, it's like you're a bad mom, you're a strict mom, you hate me. So
that's
I can
exactly it.
imagine that that would be a generational. I bet the moms liked you a lot, but the kids didn't.
Exactly. I entered a forum where they were talking a bunch of crap about how mean Yolanda's mom was. And I was like, hey, she's doing it out of love. And they're like, oh my gosh. So that we had some people get really excited.
So that was your superhero kind of adjacent superhero role that you had, but you also had some amazing roles, and you're really good at going from dramatic roles to comedy roles because not a lot of actors can do that. And some people
Mm.
get pinned. Okay, you are a dramatic actor, and they won't give them a chance to do any comedy. But you did some of the most dramatic work that you did was on Mayans MC when you played Dr. Luna. And then, of course, you have comedies like The Big Bang Theory and all the other comedies that you do. Which do you prefer? Which is the more fun role to do?
I, gosh, okay. It's like asking me to pick my favorite animal. I'd say that the fun one for me would probably be dramatic because I do have a natural exuberance and excitement and happy go lucky energy about me. So sometimes I feel like that's the opposite of who I am. So it kind of is a little bit more fun and challenging to even see myself and to go to these non smiling, strict, or weepy kind of roles. So I would probably say the dramatic, but I really have a lot of fun on comedies. But
Well, you're good
thank
on
you.
both.
Thank
That's
you.
the most important thing. You're good on both. So let me also talk to you about um, people you looked up to when you were coming through. There was Eva Longoria, who was really hot at the time. But I wanted you to ask you about that one instance where actually Eva Longoria helped you get a job. So tell me about that.
Yes, thank you, Eva. I was auditioning for a role in the room for this untitled Mindy Kaling show. It hadn't gotten a title yet. It became Never Have I Ever. It was in the room, so it was right before the pandemic because I remember because when it aired on Netflix, it was right smack dab at the beginning of the pandemic, and it became a big hit because everyone was streaming. And during the audition, I thought I failed it, but I ended up booking it, which is one of those weird, crazy synchronicity things. But during my costume fitting, the customer was just chatting me up and he goes, oh, yes, Eva Longoria not Eva, I'm sorry, Mindy Kaling. He said, Mindy really liked your Eva kind of like look and essence. And I was like,
All right. I think I just got a job because, like, I resemble Eva in a bit. So that
That's
was really.
another way that having people that come before you and pave the way also kind of, in this case, in a small way, was instrumental in getting you this role. So, it always helps to have the role models, correct?
I think that you said it best. Yes. It's having somebody open the doors before you to even think of the people coming up. It opens doors, absolutely.
So going back to your trajectory, you came into town, you started the little roles, you had the side gigs. What side gigs did you have when you were doing both the acting? Because now you're a working actress, so you can support yourself as a working actress. But early on, you have to take odd jobs. So what kind of odd jobs did you take?
Yeah, you certainly do. And any actor that doesn't have to, I immediately envy. Um, I had to do hosting at a restaurant, waitressing, a temp, and unemployment, run
Yes,
the gamut.
go to unemployment.
Yeah.
Um, and so, as an actress, you're getting ahead of the game. You're making it when you have several roles to choose from, and you have to
Mm.
turn a few down. So, tell us about that instance, or a couple of instances, but tell us about one instance that you did that.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. I was just getting a lot of auditions and it was just a good time because it was really booming. And I happened to have just been on a roll of auditioning and then the bookings came in like one right after the other, or the pins, I should say. And I was like, awesome. I mean, it's the best opportunity to have. But then I started looking at the shoot dates and I was like, wait a minute, they're like overlapping. And I could only choose one because they were all conflicting. And I decided to choose what became Stargirl on the CW, but at the time it was only a streamer. And I chose Stargirl over a show on FX and over like a leading series regular role on a streaming platform, or I should say, not a streaming platform. It was Snapchat. It was Snapchat. So I chose it because it harkened back to my love of superheroes, and it was just going to be on a streamer. And I'm like, I don't care. I want to be on the superhero show. And then it turned into right before it premiered on the streamer, they secured a deal on the CW to go network. So it was just the most wonderful thing that could have happened.
So it's that's following your instinct, following
Mhm.
your dream, because that dream of being a superhero, and then it kind of stayed. I think that kind of attracts, some of the incidents in your life, if we want to get all mystical about it,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. I definitely think that I've leaned into following my gut. I think there's nothing better than just doing what feels right for me. Because I could never regret the decision because it just felt right.
Right. So going from that wonderful and light show that you did, let's talk about your 3 seasons on working on Mayans MC. That was a dark, dramatic show and a very popular show.
Mr. Galindo,
I was hoping we could speak.
I'm sorry, but I've been patient. I was so sorry to hear about your mother.
What did we miss?
I'm sorry.
Be direct. Dr. Luna. What did you miss?
Even though she's gone, Mr. Galindo, the rules of patient-doctor confidentiality still exist. Again, Mr. Galindo.
What did she
I-
say in here? What,
Mr. Galindo,
what did she talk about? Mm-mm.
Mr. Galindo,
What did she say to you? Did she do this to punish me?
I'm so sorry. I really can't discuss this.
It was so cool. You know, I came in for a guest, co-star season. I don't remember, but it was with Aid Ada, and I got and she was just phenomenal. And then they brought me back for a second season when I got to work with Danny Pino, who was one of my all-time favorites people to work with since the moment I landed in LA. I really manifested how one day I would share a screen with him, and there I was. And it was a very dramatic, and I had a really cool arc because I go from being alive to being unalive on the show because that was kind of what they did. But
What a tease. Now we have to watch what happened in between because you were playing a doctor, a therapist, or a
yes,
psychiatrist. Which one was it?
it was the psychiatrist, Dr. Luna.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So a lot of drama there, definitely. So tell us, give this. This is a question that I ask actresses who are working actresses who have had a dream and came and kind of achieved their dream or really achieved their dream like you have. What is the one thing you would tell an actress who's thinking about coming to Los Angeles to be an actress?
Yes, I mean, we all hear the same things. Follow your passion. If I can do it, you can do it. But I want to give more practical advice that, like, when you move here, it is a financial commitment. Like, what are you going to do for a living? Are you going to have a car? Like, let's just get practical. Like, are you going to have a job? Do you have any friends here? If not, you're going to need to build a community. And, you know, it's the business. So yes, it's great that you're taking acting classes, but don't go out partying and drinking because you're in LA for the first time in your life before you have an audition or self-tape due. So it's kind of like those three things. It's the financial commitment, it's building your community and friendship because you're going to need it in LA, and also treat it as a business and be serious about it. You know, it takes money to get your headshots and your website and things like that.
That was key because it's not about the glitz and the glamour. It's about the business. It is show business. And a lot of people make that mistake. It's like,
Mhm.
wow, I'm here at the red carpets, and you get caught up in that. But it is a business. It is your job, and it is great to remember that. That's a very good point. Thank you for sharing that. And now I want to know what's up for you. I know you're always up to something. You're always got a job that you've lined up, and that again is rare, but
Yeah.
you do. And so what is coming up for you that you can share?
Sure. Well, I'm doing two shows for Chuck Lorre right now. One's Georgie and Mandy. It's gonna come out later this month. Another one I have yet to shoot, and I have a short film that just premiered at the Hollywood Park Film Festival, and we got into also the Los Angeles International Film Festival. And then I have another short film in the works it's on track to do the film festival circuit.
So that my friends is someone who followed her dream, worked very hard to achieve the life that she has today, which is a working actress and doing the things she loves. So Kikey, where can we follow you so that we know when your next project is going to be on so that we can watch?
Great. Well, I'm big on Instagram. I don't do many other social media, so follow me at Kikey Castillo on Instagram.
Well, it was so wonderful to get together with you to find out all the wonderful things you're doing and talk about what you've done, which is amazing. I congratulate you. It's not easy being in LA and being a working actress, and you've done it. And keep the dream going.
Thank
I'm sure that it's going to be getting even bigger. So thank you for joining us, Kikey. And everyone, please stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us, Kikey. It was great catching up with you. And just like Kikey, actors come from all over the world chasing their goals, hoping to land even the smallest roles in film and television. And let's be honest, it's no easy feat. Most of today's successful actors started with side gigs, paying their dues before landing that big break. Take Eva Longoria, for example. After moving from Texas in the late 1990s, she worked at a temp agency as a staff recruiter before her big breakout role on Desperate Housewives. Or Selma Hayek, who began modeling and acting in telenovelas in Mexico before moving to the US, where she starred in Desperado, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Selena Gomez, also from Texas, got her start in commercials before landing her starring role on the Disney Channel's Wizard of Waverly Place. The path to Hollywood definitely takes grit, patience, and persistence. If you're dreaming of a career in the industry, remember it's not always easy, but there are resources and organizations ready to help aspiring actors. As we learned from Kikey, accomplishing your dreams is no easy task, but you can make it possible. Remember, if you have a dream, you must pursue it with ganas, or else it will always be just that, a dream. Thank you for joining us. This is Bel. Until next time.